Hi friends, it's Nancy, and today I think we're going to finish the wine journal today. I'm pretty sure. So I hope you're all doing well. Thanks so much for joining me, and thanks for all your sweet comments. You are all so nice to me, and it just makes my heart happy. So I always appreciate my friends giving me encouraging words. So thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate your comments, and I love talking to you all. So thank you. So I did my closure, and I did the elastic with the grommets and the Tim Holtz, whatever you call this thing, you screw it on. It's like a two-piece, you screw it on, the latch, some kind of latch thing. Here's the elastic. I just used black elastic, and this I just cut a slice of a wine cork, and already was kind of dyed from the wine, and a little bit of grapes. And I think that's fun. And boy, this journal, I have a few more things to do, but it can still grow. It can get bigger as I put more labels in there and things like that. So where did we leave off? Oh, I know. Things. Yeah, we did that. That was fun. So I did put one of my paper clips. And you'll see when I do the flip through of the additions, but I did make a tag. I'll show you in the flip through of that one, so we don't take up too much time. So let's make this pocket here that I wanted to do. And I thought, I was trying to think of I forgot what tag I was going to make for this too. I thought, okay, let's see how it goes here. I know, yeah, I think I have, oh yeah, I have the tag stuff. So we're going to see how this works out. I have a couple ideas. So, all right, I have a piece of the digital kit. If I can open it up and show you. It's a real pretty page, isn't it? I really like that. So I just printed it out, and I folded it in half, and I have my dyed paper here, and I have this little lip on here. So I thought that's how I was going to put this envelope, or this little tag flip thing here. So what I need to do, and I'm going to try to channel my inner Carol. I have to channel Carol in here. So I need to get my little scoreboard out here. Carol, help me out here. Channel your expertise here for me. I am going to, let me move this out of the way for a second. Okay, I'm going to score the bottom, because I think that's what we do. We're going to score the bottom. I'm going to score it right about here, which is right where that edge is here. What that works out for me, okay, right? Because that's going to go folding up like that. Probably could have done a little more, but that's okay. I think this will be just fine. Okay, so that's how that's going to go, right? And then I know I need to cut part of this off to make the little gusset here, right? And I think I could cut this part off. And I know I'll have to score and cut more off. So let me just see. Hopefully I'm going to do this correctly. Okay, so that eliminates bulk, and then I don't need this. And then I also need to, so that's that. Got it? Okay, got it. That works out there. But now I have to fold in these pieces, both sides, and then I got to figure out how tall I want it, right? Okay, so I'm going to fold this in. Well, I'm going to score it. That's what I need to do, is score it, right? I'm going to score it right about here. That's a 1/4 inch, so that seems to land right on the fold. I mean, on the where the white edge is, right? I wish I could talk to that. It'd probably be helpful. And I can see already I'm not folding it very good here. Okay, but we'll see how it goes. And then this side too as well. I know that. So let's get that in here. I'm probably making it a lot harder than it is, right? Maybe, well, I have to, see how tall I want it too now. So I guess I should do that. So I hope you're all doing well. I think we're going to finish this today. I think so. So that's that, right? And I'll be able to, okay. So now let's see how tall I want this. That's going to tuck in there. I guess I could cut that piece off. Cut the corner off. Make that nice, less bulky. There we go. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so that's going to go in here. I'm going to glue that in here like that. Okay, so far so good. So now I just have to see how tall I want it. And I want it to be as tall as the page. If I'm on camera, I'm going to take my pencil. Oh, I guess, if I do it here, it's going to cut the glass right there. I think I can do a smidge more on the bottom. I can take off a smidge more on the bottom, so. Oh, yeah. Let's see. All right. I'm going to just line this up. No, you know what? I'm not gonna. It's too much. It's too complicated. Let's just leave it as it is. I'm gonna just leave it as it is. It will be fine. It will be fine. So, once again, just to make it easy, I'm going to mark it where I want it to end. Oh, and I need a little bit to fold down. So I'm going to do that about here. Okay. Then I'm going to get my cutter out. I don't know how you do that, Carol. You just have such a nice methodical method. You're so methodical about it. You just know what you're doing. You've done enough of them, right? It's your pocket. But, oh man, it's not that easy for me. All right, I'm okay. I cut the wine bottle top off. And then we're going to have enough to fold over to strengthen this part here, right? So let me just see again. I'm going to do that. And that's about 1/4 inch as well. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to put that in here. See, I go a little different, but I eventually get there, right? I always say I'm a little slow, but I eventually get there to where I need to be. So 1/2 inch would have been so much easier to work around, right? But I want to just make the pocket as big as I can. Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to just cut part of this off here, like a little V out of here to eliminate the bulk. I'm going to cut this corner off and this corner off like that. Okay, now this is the front of the, no, this is the front of the pocket here. So I'm going to glue this part down to strengthen it. Okay, so glue that part down there. Okay, that's that part. And then these can get glued in, the sides and the back. No, this actually can get glued down too as well. Yes. Okay, that's right. Okay, got that. Okay, not so bad. I think I've got it, right? And then this side can get glued down in here, right? Get my bone folder just to make sure, because then that's the reason I have that little yeah, that's the reason I have the little flap on the page. That's what's gonna be, it's gonna be glued to that. So I think I'm all right here. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. What do you have planned for the weekend? I'm working on some projects for our Halloween celebration that's going to start. See, gotta watch what I'm doing here. My Halloween projects. It's going to be halfway to Halloween, starting Wednesday the 30th through May 1st and 2nd. And like I told you, I did ask some of my friends if they would like to join me, and they all said yes, and I'm so happy and so excited. Boy, I just really did fold that down kind of bad, didn't I? Okay, so this is how it's going to go. I'm going to glue that there, but I need to glue it in the flaps first, and then I'm going to make a divot there, which I don't have my punch. Okay, that's okay. I'll make it. That's fine. So let's get that. So watch. I'm going to let you know who's going to be in on it in a separate little video short type thing. So yeah, that's how that's going to work. Okay. I'm okay. So far so good. So what I need to do is because I want to make sure I have as much. Okay, I am going to, how am I doing this here? If I glue this down, yes, I'm going to glue that down here and then just glue the edges there. Got it. That's what I'm doing. So I'm going to glue this whole section down. Yes, I will. I'm going to show you, I'm going to do like a little short or a separate video about what's coming next week and who's participating. So watch out for that. Okay, there we go. Let's do that. Okay. That's good. Okay, now I'm going to fold that piece up. That's our little gusset on our pocket. Like that, and then glue this part here, well, this and up the side here. Yep, that will work. Okay, I can see I did a little crooked job on this side, but you know what, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So let's get this closed up in here. All right, now carefully close this up and meet it on the edge here. And you can see I'm a little off here, but you know what? That's why I think it's better instead of folding it over a 1/4 inch. It doesn't give you much control because it's so small. I think it's better to do like a 1/2 inch. So note to self, right? Note to self, but I think it's still going to be fine. I like it. Folds out like that. Yep. I like that. You can fold that out and then fold this out, and it's cute. You have more space here. I didn't get my divot in there, but that's okay for now. Let's see. I love how that looks. I am looking to see what else I can do here. I could, well, I probably should have I was thinking of putting something there. And what do I have? I'm looking through my box here of pieces. And I'm trying to see what I could put in there. It comes with these sayings. So I'm wondering, I would like to put one there. Some of these are pretty funny. I will do the best way to learn about wine is by drinking it. How about if I do that one? All right, I'm going to get rid of my scoreboard. Okay, and then get my little cutter. Let's cut that out. So yes, I had a good time making this journal. I also learned that don't make the cover before because see how this journal grew, right? This journal got so big and I didn't think it was going to. So I'm going to cut the little edges down. So, but I'm glad I was able to make another cover for it. So that worked out well. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Just give it in ink. So yeah, this weekend, no, pretty quiet, but Sunday, I think I mentioned that my family and I are going to the local high school. They, the theatrical department puts on such a good show every year. This year it's Shrek. So all of us are going to see Shrek. I'm almost wondering if I should put a little bit of some gauze behind it. Just for some texture, maybe. Something like that. Yeah, maybe. Maybe a little something, something. Guess it wouldn't hurt. I could do that. Let's see. No, maybe not. Maybe I'll just glue this down. That's what I'll do. Otherwise, nothing else going on. Pretty quiet after last week was so busy. I'm going to put that right there. Okay, there we go. That's nice. Now the tag. Now I did take, I have two options to either make a tag. I don't know if this needs to be cut down maybe. Let's see, I kind of took a measurement. Oh, okay, I guess it's not gluing. Let's try that again. I didn't put enough glue there. Wow, I guess I didn't. Let me get that fixed. Hold that down for a second. So then I measured the pocket to see, and I thought I had about at least a 3.5 inch comfortably. So I don't know. This one looks a little too big. I'm sure this is more than 3. Yeah. Okay, so what I was thinking, and let me just, I have two options, to make a tag, or I will show you my other option that I have, which I think I'm going to try first. That Italian cookbook that I've been using. Let me cut this down to 3.5 and see how it looks, or a little more than. Okay, let's try that. I have the cover of the Italian cookbook, and it's really pretty, so I thought, and it's already sturdy like a tag, so the cover's thicker. So let me see about getting this in here. There we go. Just to make sure. Oh, I need that notch, don't I? Well, that's working. That's going to work just fine. Wonderful. Okay, so what I need to do, leave that there. So either make a tag with some wallpaper, or here is the cover. And I just thought this would make a perfect tag. Let me get my hole punch 1 second, because I wasn't prepared. So I have to get it. And, all right. Well, I've got it. Sorry, folks. You know how that is, right? I'm going to put that thumb notch in now before I forget. Okay, there we go. Perfect. All right, so now that that's done, I think I'm going to, let's audition the cover. So I know this fits, so that'll be my measurement here. So we have, it's like slightly over 3.5 by, and this is like 8, a little bit over 8. So first of all, I'm going to cut this down. It's really nice on the back to write and journal on. So, okay, I am going to cut the words off. So let's just do that. I'm not going to be sad if I ruin it. So I just thought it would make a real pretty cover. All right, so let's get the height at least first. What did I say this was? Yeah, a little bit over 8. Okay, let's just, now I'm going to get the words in there, aren't I? I wish, let's just see what it would look like if I did get the words in, the word Tuscany in here. I know it's going to be taller. Okay, but it wouldn't fit the whole word Tuscany, obviously, but all right. Let's just start cutting it down. I know it's not gonna, I'm not gonna get all the chairs in, that I know for sure. So let's, and the words, so I'm just gonna start cutting. And obviously that's still too wide. All right. Take a little more off here. Let's see. I know I'm going to lose a bunch. So let's, but I still think it's going to look all right. Okay. Let's try it. It's still going to make a pretty cool tag. Let's see how that fits in here. Don't need that. And we'll figure something else on the, I still think, oh, wait, oh, it fits just about, oh, a little bit more, just a little bit more. Okay, a little more. I don't want to cut any more of the building off, so I'm going to just trim it here. Let's see how that works. I still like the image that I'm getting. Okay, this works right here. Okay, so that is good. We're good there, but it's a little tall. So I'm going to trim off some of this. Yeah, that's how it is, right? That works out. A little bit more. I could probably, I'll just trim a smidge off more here. It's okay if I trim the word off. We can maybe do something else with it. Okay, that's okay, now it's good. Now it is in there. Fits perfectly. So this is what we have to work with here. Okay, move this out of the way. Naturally, I like to do my little corner snip. Let's do that. I'm going to leave it whole. I'm not gonna shape it like a tag. I'm definitely gonna ink the edges. So I'm gonna do that. And then it just needs a little something on there, right? Because I just love the image. So that was a little painful, wasn't it? To watch me do that, I think. Oh my gosh. No clapping today for me, I'll tell you. That required a lot more work than it should have been, right, Carol? Oh, that's okay. I guess I need to just do more of those pockets to get better at them. That's the thing, you know, if you do it more often, like Carol does, it'll get in your head then. Okay, so I love that. I love how that looks. I love that. I'm wondering up here what I could do. Now, you know what I could do is put one of my wine tabs here. Let's see, I thought I had like a yellowy one. I'm looking in my little box here to the side. I had a yellow one here. Now see, this is a full wine seal, and what I do is I just, you know, it cuts off with the cutter, and I just do that. And you can do that even with your bone folder to get it shorter. Now sometimes you have a rough edge or you don't like the edge, you can just trim it off, and that's what I do. But I like to leave it if I can, because to me it's great. It looks like a wine seal, like a wax seal, and you can flatten it out. And I think this one would go really nice up here to pull the tag out. I love that. I'm also looking here. I don't mind the words up there, and I don't mind this here. I think because it is an Italian villa, so I'm going to leave it like that. And I think I'm just going to glue this wine tab on there. I don't think it needs anything else. And I'm just going to put some glue. Let's see, I better see how it is in here. And then the back is perfect for writing on. So I am going to put that here. And I want this tab sticking out. So I'm going to put it, yep, okay. That's what I'm going to do. I know exactly where I'm putting it now. So put some of this fabric tack here. And I'm not going to pull on it because it has to dry. So we'll put that to the side. I'm going to put this right here and let that dry for a sec. And that should be right where I need to put it. So let's let that dry. Okay, so we have the pocket. Okay, I'm happy with it. I mean, a little off there, but I like it. I can leave this page plain. I'm okay with that. We've got her in there. I love that. That was our pocket we did. That's the middle of the second signature. Did this yesterday. Love how that looks. And then here, I'll show you, we'll do the flip through, so I'll show you the little tag I made for in there. Okay. Okay, here I wanted to do, I think I just wanted to do a tag. Let me move this out of the way here to dry. A little, I have a hand-dyed card from Jacqueline. This is hand-dyed paper from, I don't remember where I got it from. So I'm going to glue that on here. And I thought I'd make a nice little journal card here. So I'm going to glue this paper on to the tag, to the dyed card. Okay. So I'm still not sure what I'm going to be starting next. I'm thinking, but I don't want to say anything yet because I'm not sure yet. So other than right now, I'm just preparing for Halloween for next week. And then of course I'll do our collage and 50 Stack Challenge 6 from Amy on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will be Halloween celebration. And then I'll start a new project, I think. So I wanted to put this vintage. This is from the kit. I did ink it. Looks good. I love how this looks old. I juiced up my vintage photo oxide pad. It's nice and juicy and dark now. I love it. Don't you love when you get like a new pen, a new marker, a new ink pad, and it's like so nice and juicy? I love it. Nothing like a juicy new pad of ink, right? So I'm going to put that about here, I thought. Right there. Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to, this is from the collage book. I was going to do that here. I think I was going to do that like that. Yep. Okay. So that's going to go on first. Okay. Let's get that on. That's about here, I think, right? Yeah, okay. Then I'm going to put one of my stamped wine glasses that I stamped on cork, which I had so much fun doing with this journal. So I'm trying to think what else you could use the corks. Like, I guess you could just do anything with it, right? I like that. And then I was going to just do my little stamped seal up here too. As soon as I can get the paper off. Okay. And I'm going to do that here. Really simple, but I love how it looks. I love how that looks. Okay, so I think I might just clip this on here. I might clip, but let's just leave that to the side for now. On this side here, I have another flip here. Now, remember my friend Nan, hi Nan, she sent me this fun tag in a Happy Mail, and I loved it. And so what I have I'm going to add it to this flip here. And so what I did, I took one of the, it was in the kit. I cook with wine. Sometimes I even add it to food, add it to the food. And I love how she added extra wine bottles. Well, I'm going to put that down here. And I cut another sliver of the cork, and I'm going to glue that up here. So let's get that on there first. I love this tag. I knew I would be using it in a wine journal the minute you sent it to me, Nan. That's what I was going to do with it. So thank you so much. It's the perfect addition. I always like retro and a little quirky stuff. This is right up my alley here. So I'm putting that there. And then I'm going to use my fabric tack to put the cork on. And I just used my knife, X-Acto knife, held the cork, and I carefully took my time and did this. And I'm just going to kind of glue this up here as like a tab to stick up. Okay. So I'm going to do that right here, like that. I love that. And it adds just some you know, dimension and texture. Okay. think I've got it on there good. So now what I want to do is I want to glue this to the flip here. So then this can flip out and there could be some writing space. So I am going to, and I know the tag is shorter, but I'm okay with that. And I'm going to leave a little border here. So I am just going to mark it where the glue stops. And I'm going to use fabric tack while I have it open. Just use this and glue this on here. Okay, don't mean to be off the camera. Okay, so let's get that on and carefully put my cute tag on here. Like that. Okay. This eraser, like Amy always says, this eraser works really good, but you got to use it on wet glue. It even works for the fabric tack perfectly, so I love that. I'm a little too generous with my glue here. Just, yeah, like she said the other day, oh my God, I can't get that black nubby off. These, you know, it gets kind of glued, the glue bits on the, okay, got it now. It's all good. All right, so we got the tag on, right? I love that. Flips out. Let's get that on here really nice. Perfect. Okay. I love that tag, Nance. Nan, I'm sorry. I think I'm going to cut this part off. I am. I'm okay with that. And then just kind of cut it right here. Yep. That works just fine for me. Better. Isn't that fun? I like it. Okay, so there's that. Here's my pocket. Let's see, we could probably put this in here now. It's glued on real nice. I'm gonna get that in there for now. Love that tag. Okay, it still needs to glue, so I'm gonna leave it alone like that, because if I pull it, I think it's quite not ready yet. Let's see. The struggle is real today. I'm going to push it down a little more, I think. I'll just leave that out like that for now. Okay, where are we now? We did that, so there's a short page there. Okay, pocket here. So we're going to make a little tag and cover the pocket. Well, let me get one of my helping hands out here. Help me out, hands. Help me out. So there. We'll probably tuck that in somewhere. Okay. Now, I have a nice image here. I love this one of the barrel and that. I think that looks so pretty on there. So I'm going to get that on there. Okay. And to me that looks just right on this pocket here. Okay, all right, so I'm going to leave that here. So I already measured a piece of manila folder that's going to fit perfectly in this pocket here, okay? And what's going to fit perfect on there is this is a piece of that pretty paper. I could leave it like that, which kind of looks nice. Look at this awesome charcuterie board. Like, I would love this. I would love to have this. But the other side is kind of a pretty pretty picture too, pretty pattern I should say. So I'm thinking the charcuterie board shows up better here. So I already measured this here. I'm going to get some more ink. And let's get that inked up. And that'll look nice with the paper. If I get this, see how juicy my ink pad is? Oh, it's nice and brown, nice and dark. I like that. And to the other side too. I like also a lot of these journaling cards, and then you're gonna see I added extra wine, those wine tasting cards that I got from Amazon. I added a few extras in here because I can always glue the label on the back and rate the wine on the front, and that will be fun as I come across some that I really love. And I can get the label off. I will do that. Okay, so I'm going to glue this on, and I think I'm going to probably, thinking I should use my fabric tack maybe for this here. I really enjoyed that cut and collage book for this, I have to tell you. You have to check some of those out. They really do have some cool designs. And what I like is like the color and quality of the paper is really, really worth it. And you can see there on the back, it's so pretty in the journal. I love how that looks too. Okay. All right, hopefully that's gonna work. So I'm gonna get that on here carefully. I purposely left a slight border around. Hopefully I'll accomplish that. Yep. Okay. Let me get that on there and make sure it's perfect as I could get it. Okay. Right. Okay. Now I just look at that. It just fits perfect on there. So I need to get that on there. I'm going to just ink the edges, I think, on this one. So I know today will be a little longer video, but it's okay. I think we are done. I think I have one more thing to do, quick thing. And we'll do a flip through right away of it. I think that will be fine. I don't think we need to make a separate video for a flip through of this one. I'll get this on real quick. Okay. Kind of right in the middle, more or less, there, like that. Oh, I love that. I love it. I think that looks really good. Okay. All right. And we have a nice journaling card that's going to go on there. Let me just remove these. And put that in there. Look at, I love that. That's perfect there. So here's the other side of this. On this page here, I printed this out on cork and I glued that there like a little sign. Wine improves with age. We improve with wine. And I'm at the end, but look at this awesome hand-dyed CD case cover that was from Jacqueline as well. So what I did was I cut the flap down and glued it in there to make it sturdy, and I'm going to glue it on the back cover here, put this image here, and then I'm going to have a pocket for all my extra things. I can even put this in here for now, but let's do that. So I'm going to glue this to the back. And I'm going to use my fabric tack to hold that in really nice. I'm going to glue the whole, I could glue part down and have, yeah, maybe I could. I could glue around the edge and then have a double pocket. So I'll do that. This way I can put things in the pocket and behind. So I will do it that way because I have a lot of room I can grow in this journal. So I might as well make room for as many wine labels and things from wineries as I can find, right? Okay, so let me carefully get that on. And you know I'm going to put this on here, so I need to go up a little. So I'm going to go right next to my grommets, but not in the way. Well, let's get that on there. Okay, that looks good. Okay, perfect. And then I can get this on. And I can put this on with my regular glue, I think. That'll go right here. That's so pretty. I like how that looks. So we're going to do that. Just put a little glue on here, because I know it's going to glue to the window a little bit. Okay. And we'll do a flip through. So thanks so much for hanging with me while I'm doing this. I appreciate it. I'm glad you all like that. I know wine isn't everybody's cup of tea. But I don't know, it might give you an idea to make one for if you have someone, to make one, you know, for someone as a gift that does like wine. Or like I said, that book has images for beer and whiskey. It would be a great to get that book and make something for like a Father's Day kind of thing, or a birthday for a man, or even a lady. Okay, I just love that. And I can even just put that in there for now. That can go in the back, like that. I can put more things in the back. And then I have all this room to put in here. And let's just put that there for now. I'll just put that there. Okay, I'm ready to do a flip through. You ready? Let's do it. I'm excited to look through it one more time. All right, so let's begin. All right, close it up. And I told you I had to make this spine 2 inches, so there's 2 signatures. I have that sticking out, but we'll push that down in a minute. There we go. Put that down. I don't mind that sticks up. I can glue another one on the other side. But I love the fabric. I love how it turned out. This is always a great closure to make because you can stuff it. You see, it can get even chunkier, and closure is always going to work. And I did cut cork and a wine charm here with the latch closure. Okay, so I could always put something on the front, but nothing called to me yet. So we're just going to go through it really quickly. And really enjoyed putting this digital together with the hand-dyed papers and the images from that cut and collage book, and all the dyed goodies from Jacqueline's sales that she has on Fridays on her YouTube channel, which I always link below in the video. And then the first thing we did were these awesome window tags, window pockets with tags. I made one for each signature, so that was really fun. This is a keeper, this pocket. I love that. And then I just kind of decorated with more images. I love using my dyed paper, printed the grapes on vellum, and that's always a fun thing. This was a wine label, added an image, and did one of the wine tasting cards, journal cards, and made that to a belly band. So I love how that turned out. Made an image here and stamped on cork. That was so fun to do. Just decorated this beautiful envelope that Nan made me, and I put her note in there from the Italian cookbook. Digital, stamping on cork. More, this is from one of my limited edition wines here. Here's the slice of cork here for the tab. That's so cool. I love that. And then here's the other pocket. Just kind of decorated it, put some ephemera in there that I got from my friend Chick. I had a couple pieces. Charcuterie. Here's one of my other wine labels that I just backed with cardstock that kind of went with it, and that's fun in here. And I can always write about the wine on the back too, so that's another fun way of doing stuff. Oh, I'm sorry, I got glue all over my fingers here. So that works out really well with that paper. I have lots of area here. This is the middle of the first signature. I have pockets on both sides to add more things to, and the wine cellar, which I love. And then added this little piece from the kit here. I have area here to write. I have 2 tags from the kit. We made this little fun little decoration for this up tuck here. Here I have, we decorated this. I have the wine list in here. I couldn't think. Cute charm again. Fun dyed gauze. And my little art project from a mixed media class I took years ago. Love that. I'm so happy I was finally able to use that. So here's one of the pieces that I got from my friend and added that. And I just added another, this is where you'll see I added these. Here's a corner pocket that came with the kit. And I added these wine tasting cards in here throughout. This is from the Italian cookbook. I added that in there. Glued the other part of the envelope and then just cut this out from the Italian cookbook. Here's another piece from my friend. Made a little collage there. This I put one of my stamped pieces here, the cork. It's wine o'clock. Little fabric tab here. That. Okay, we have that. Here's one of the pockets. I put another wine tasting card, a postcard from Napa, and another picture of grapes. And then we used one of the wine tasting cards, and I kind of decorated it with that happy gal. And love this paper. Love, love, love. Love that. And here's the back here. I can add another short label, wine label I glued there. That's the first signature. Here's part of the cut and collage book that made an awesome page. Love how that coordinated. A cute wine charm here. Charcuterie board, took a French wine label and made a little journaling card, which I love that. That goes in here. Nice space there. Made a little cluster here. Another journaling card and a picture of the bottles. So that works there. Added that. There's the short. So pretty. I love this kit. So pretty from Emma. And that, added that there. And then, of course, today, you hung with me while I made this pocket, but it turned out, just maybe I went a roundabout way, but it turned out, and then we made this was the cover of the Italian cookbook. So I have a nice journal card there. I love this. I saved this. I knew I would use it someday, so it was a postcard for a liqueur from France. So I stuck that in here, and I think she looks really cool. So she's in there. Here's our other window pocket with the tag that we made. So that's really fun. I'll just take that out for now. Love that. And that's got the extra pocket here, which I put some of the tags in here. And then look how pretty the middle. And then this was a label off a bottle. And I added that, and it just looked perfect on this page here. And then here was the over the page envelope pocket. Now I told you I made a tag to go in this side. So here's another image from the cookbook, and I just stapled on some of the gauze and backed it with cardstock. So that goes in that pocket. And then also under here, I added another wine tasting card. So that gets tucked there. I'll just put this here for now. Hold it down with my paper clip. And then, of course, it's over the pocket. So we have, remember I did that upside down, but it's a tuck. And there's two cards in there, but I'm okay. I can always put something over that if I need to. But then I made the fun little card to go in here, which I can get out if I grab it correctly. We made her, and I love that, and that's on another dyed journaling index card. I'll leave that there, but I love how that turned out, and you can see the cork napkin through it, so that looks really cool. There, another label. Didn't do anything on here, but that's okay. I can always add something. And then Nan's awesome tag. Did that on a flip, added the cork and a little saying there. There's a short page here to write on. Could put a recipe in there or charcuterie board ideas. Here's our little charcuterie tag, which I love how that looks in there. Pretty backside of the cut and collage book. Added that cork stamp there. And we made this cute little journal card here, and I added the dyed CD case to add extra stuff in. So I had a blast making this. Like I said, this was on my list to do. I absolutely love this journal. I'm so happy with how it turned out. And thank you so much for all your kind comments and encouragements in this journal. It's mine. I'm keeping it, and I'm going to continue to add to it. And I'm so happy I made it. So happy how it turned out. So thanks again, friends. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.